Boom, we are live. We are live on the YouTube channel again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I am your host. This is Stay on Your Feet. I'm joined by my co-host Big Chris and Big Delvin today. Well, it's just a Big Delvin, then Big Chris. But United boys, what you saying, man? Everyone good? Everyone good?
Like,
Still in the same hole as I was. I'm not coming out this hole.
you know what it is? I'm trying to be like, I think I'm just trying to be positive, like about Sunday's result. There's just a lot to take away. Like, you would have loved the win, but there's a lot to take away from the performance.
Yeah. Let's get into Ruben Almiron's, however you say his name, his first game in charge against away to Ipswich, wasn't it? Ended
Yes.
in the draw 1-1. I didn't actually see the whole game, but obviously I know you boys obviously did. Break it down for me quickly, man.
I think, like, overall, like, when you watch the whole game, it makes you ask certain questions of the former manager. So, in my opinion, if I could ask Eric Ten Hag a question from watching Ruben Almiron's first game, why did you not just start like Amad Diallo from the start of last season when you knew Anthony wasn't that guy? Like, why not? Like, and I think that's one issue United had at the start of the season was there was no balance up front. Like, it is with Amad Diallo. He's like a number 10 on the wing. So he's like that Elise, he fits into that Elise, Cole Palmer kind of mold where
Diallo is cold, man.
they're not explosive, they're not super fast, but on the wing, they can do something. That first goal showed it. From literally crossed it right foot, got it to Rashford, goal. In my opinion, one thing I definitely take away from the game is Garnacho can't be starting every game. Garnacho is too raw to start these games and needs development. He literally, on 2 occasions, two stopped Man United from winning the game. Like, bro, you're playing against us. Like, whatever, like, training Vinicius did in, like, before he started moving world class, he needs to go on that training regime because it's not going to get any easier from here. I think next game, drop Garnacho, put Rashford in that position, let Højlund play up front. I can't lie, Joshua Zirkzee, whatever my man's name is, I like him because I've been following him since Bayern Munich days. But I can't lie, that shot he took towards the end of the game, brother, what are you doing? Like, bro, like, explain that. What are you doing? Like, why did you do that? Just ruining the game. Like, look at my lips. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Like,
would you say there? Obviously, it's only one game in. It's only, like, you know what I mean. It's very early to give like a full analysis on what's going to happen going forward. But would you say there's more positives or negatives to take away from the first game?
I want to say there's more positives, but I think the lineup, he has to get that right. You can't dilly-dally on the lineups. In my opinion, I wouldn't have started Diego Dallo as a left centre-back. I would have rather started Malacia or Shaw. I know they're both coming back from injury, but I think Malacia is, like, he's not match sharp, no. He's not match sharp. But when you look at Malacia's strengths, he's quick, he's not afraid to make a tackle, and he can actually play a decent cross once in a while as well. I would have just thrown him in left centre-back over Diego Dallo. And I think that's the issue United are going to have as long as Mazraoui and Dallo are there is, who do you start? Because the both of them are equally as good as each other. But in my opinion, I prefer Mazraoui just due to his overall gameplay and the fact that he plays multiple positions. Diego Dallo is good, he works hard, but he keeps getting caught like 1v1. Like, he's not comfortable defending 1v1. So
I hear that. Delvin, you want to add anything onto that before we move on to the next segment? Is there more positives or negatives to take away the first game?
Fucking Garnacho, he's developed. Everyone's like everyone's sat on his lap doing things, telling him, he's great, he's this and that. Like today, I'm like, my godson was saying, I'm gonna get Man United shirt with Garnacho. I want to slap him.
Yes.
Because his decision his IQ is just terrible. And like we just got no midfield. Like the whole game, we were just getting dug out in the centre of the park.
I hear that. But yeah, you guys, look, the positive things are, like
Right,
you didn't
the
lose.
centre part, we're just getting like
absolutely like just ran through. Like you might as well not fielded the two midfielders, and it probably would have still been the same result.
Yeah,
Like
I think who did you start in the middle? Was it Dyer
Ericsson
and
and Casemiro, like the two.
Casemiro?
We started two man that are not physically fragile. One's physically fragile. The other one, he can't. Like Casemiro can't take the ball in the half turn. Like you can't pass him the ball in the half turn at all. Like the guy's too slow to receive the ball on the half turn. In my opinion, that should have been Manuel Ugarte starting. Also, why go on for Ugarte not starting like the game as well? Like that's meant to be his guy. But obviously, let's not read too much into it because it is just his first game. He's trying to fix it.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, Manuel
first game.
should have started.
I mean,
Yeah, Ugarte should have started.
No disrespect to them, but I feel like it should have been the game you guys should have won. To be fair, no disrespect to them, but again, this is the first game. But this would have like you could have asked for a better, a better team to play against for your first.
Like I said, it's a whole midfield. The whole midfield just caved in differently, like wild.
No, I hear it. How do you think you guys are going to do at home? First home game underneath it against Everton on Sunday.
We got to step up and play well. Like from the off, the team actually has to start off as aggressive as possible because right now, Everton got a 0-0, and I'm pretty sure they won their last game before international break. So technically, when you deep it, they're 2 games undefeated. And teams in relegation zones, the moment they get that little 2-game undefeated or 3-game, it becomes more difficult to like play against them because they've got that like level of confidence. Yeah, so United got to start aggressive. In my opinion, that midfield, it speaks for itself for next Sunday. It really should just be a midfield of Kobe Mainoo and Manuel Ugarte there. Because I think that's more a flexible midfield and it's more an energetic midfield.
Is Mainoo fit? Is he? He's been out injured? Because I can't.
He was out injured, but I'm pretty sure he was on the bench for like the Sunday game.
Okay.
But the only thing with that, only thing with that is with those two in the midfield, there's no. I'm gonna put it. There's no line cutting passes in that midfield. When Odegaard was out, there was none of that. There was no line cutting passes at all. And
I hear that.
Struggle to do that.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
And we don't have a line cutting midfielder who can pass through the banks. Basically, we don't have.
I think you guys rely on
the only person who does that is Fernandes. And his
I was gonna say,
and his is just Hollywood passes.
All
the time.
I hear that, guys. All right, cool. So we're moving on quickly. We're gonna go to the other side of Manchester.
Oh, that was a drumming.
Yeah, man. City staying humble, Staying humble, blood. 5 losses in a row.
Drumming. Like I can't like this.
What was it? 4-0 in the end, didn't it? We called it. We all called it.
Man even brought on like the Swedish kid. Like Spurs even got a Swedish kid that just joined. I'm saying he's a kid. He's probably like 20 or something. But like they even brought on like the young G's to come play as well. Like you see that game there, I can't lie. Like that was nasty work. And didn't park the bus. He didn't play no crazy formation. He just won the game. Like I can't lie. Like obviously, I still think City will end up winning the league. But in my opinion, that was a nasty drumming to watch. Even for them, it's a bit mad. Like Spurs are all teams. I can't even say Spurs are all teams because we got slapped 3-0 by them. But you get what I mean, though. Like that, it was disgusting to watch, though. Like literally, Pedro Porro bagged the goal, didn't celebrate. Maddison bagged 2. Like But you know, Asia, they really miss a CDM. They don't have any CDMs. So it'd be interesting to see what
earlier. I said in the chat. You see, Rodri.
Yeah.
Diaz gone. That's their spine. Once you know what I mean?
Wait.
The
Also,
spine-
I've got a problem to pick as well. I also got a problem to pick with Jack Grealish. I like Jack Grealish. I think he's a good player. But in my opinion, that game solidified. Jack Grealish is not a winger.
That's what you call it.
Like,
I
the
don't know
guy's
if you
not a
guys are
winger.
aware, yeah, but you know Jack Grealish hasn't scored a goal in 2024.
Damn. You never know, you know. He could score.
Yes. How about score?
He could score the goals to win them the league. But in my opinion, with like Jack Grealish, there's like a certain chance that I think Haaland tried to cross the ball, or I think De Bruyne tried to cross the ball. And when you look at it, yeah, if Jack Grealish like was at, I don't know if he was focused or what, but a normal winger doesn't call for the ball where Jack Grealish calls for the ball. They try to make a run across the defender and try to tap it home, which could have been done. But Jack Grealish calls for the ball in an awkward position for like De Bruyne who had the ball. In my opinion, they need like better wingers or a better winger and an actual CDM. Get January maybe a thing where they need a proper out and out goal scoring winger and they need a CDM. And I think from there they'll probably end up winning the league. But Jack Grealish is not a good enough sub to have on when you're chasing a game. Like, it's just not a good enough sub to have on when you're chasing a game.
Yeah, sorry, bro. I'm having technical difficulties today.
Oh, so wait, one sec.
Okay.
Bro, I was scared for a second. I thought it's D-double-D, you know.
Hey, I was scared for a second. I thought, like, yo, that was scared.
Bro, so how's this guy in two places at once? What's going on? But yeah, sorry, man. I was just reacting to the Arsenal goal, innit? Yeah, 2-0 against Sporting at the moment still. But yeah, man, like City are getting humbling. They are getting humbled right now. They're
getting humbled everywhere they go.
Yep, 100%. As we're talking about them, how do you think they're gonna do tomorrow against Feyenoord?
They're playing now.
They're playing now.
They're playing now. Yeah. They're playing Feyenoord now, aren't they?
Yeah, Feyenoord now. Yeah. What's the score? Let me get it up.
I think they're gonna win.
So
they
need a win. They need a win. Yes.
They're losing.
City how to beat Sporting still.
What, they're losing?
No, they're drawing 0-0.
Okay, I want to say, yo, do you think Pep may regret signing that 2-year deal?
Nah, I don't think he'll regret. I think what he's gonna, if he knows he's gonna lose, he's gonna buy because
he's probably gonna end up buying the mad thing.
That squad that needs rebuilding, definitely. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if you see Rodrigo Vinicius at like City, like in the summer or something.
That squad needs building, like,
or like Rafael Leao, like in the squad. We may end up seeing like who's the new in-thing as a defender. We may see a Araujo from Barcelona there. Like, I think like Delvin just said, I think that he's gonna end up buying like the half of Europe's best talent.
I don't think he'll buy half, but he needs to. If you look at it, he needs to replace. De Bruyne, who's like legs are gone.
Yeah.
Gundogan, legs are gone.
Yep.
Who else? Jack, I reckon he'll buy another left winger. Definitely buy a left winger. He'll buy another central midfielder. And like
they got a second striker.
Yeah. Carl Walker. He'll buy another Alvarez that can play in between, like do the striking thing, but do the midfield, like a Jota, another Jota, and then Carl Walker's gone. Like, what was Kanji or Ake? Ake's pretty old as well now.
Yeah, Ake's been around for a bit still.
Ake's old as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's a good point. You know, because they've got quite an aging team. They've got a very
since
Ederson's been there since 17-18 season. Yeah, since their first Premier League trophy, Ederson's been there.
Foden's missing. Where's Foden been?
That guy, like
Grealish missing.
He's been missing since the Euros.
Ford watch.
You know what? He's been missing since he picked up his trophy, fam, last season.
Yeah.
Trust me. Picked it up, said, "No, I'm done."
Yeah, pick up
George,
if you've been
he's
seen
under
again.
investigation.
FA Cup final, nowhere to be seen.
Runners up
Missing.
middle.
He's in the back of milk cartons right about now.
Literally, anyone seen him missing?
Probably
Yeah,
in
man.
Iceland, running around trying to find things for the apartment and that. Like,
So,
that's terrible work.
just moving on quickly. Where are we ranking Mo Salah right now? Because let's talk consistency, bro. Salah, every season, bro, since he's been in the Prem, he gets goals and assists, bro. He's cold.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand some people that rate him. Some people are
Yeah,
like,
he's not aesthetically pleasing to watch, though. That's
sick,
the problem,
bro. He's sick.
He's not aesthetically pleasing to watch.
Nah, he's not very nice, but bro, he's efficient, bro.
But he's just not like he can't like the guy is not. He's not pleasing to watch. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, you can't say that. Some of the goals he scored, some of the solo goals he scored. Come on.
Yeah,
of course, but you know what it is,
bro. He has scored some bangers, but I can't understand what you're saying.
You could see Eden Hazard receive the ball, do a little step over, get a bit jinky with it, and score. You could see, for example, a Ronaldo do step over after step over.
But he's just like a modern day, a better version of Robin.
Basically, you could even see like.
You know what? I think with Robin now, I think Robin would take on a man more than.
Robin would take on.
Salah's more for one trick, only very direct in it. But Robin would, he had a few tricks up his sleeve. I would say. I think it was more pleasing to watch as well.
I don't think he had more tricks. He was very direct. He was a very direct wing. Wasn't doing any.
They're both fair. You know what? It's a decent comparison, to be fair.
Wasn't doing any step overs. He was very direct. Everyone knew what he was going to do, but no one could stop it.
Robin had pace as well, man.
Yeah, Robin had pace. Salah got pace as well.
Like Salah, because the thing is, like with Salah, like on the wing, like for me, again, I keep saying, if he played more as a 9, like an out and out 9, I think more people would have a lot more respect for him. But because he's playing on the wing, and we've been spoiled by like Eden Hazard.
I hear what you're saying, but I hear what you're saying, But my man has won. You know what I mean? He's won the golden boot as a winger.
I'm pretty sure.
You have to respect that, fam. Man's getting more goals.
In my opinion of right wingers, he's definitely up there.
Bro, he needs to be in them conversation with one of the all-time greats in the Premier League for me.
You know what? Yeah,
he has to be in them conversations now. He has to be up there with Ronaldo, Henry, Rooney, and Hazard, and them man there that we like to rate. He has to be up there in them conversations now.
Just like I said, it's because he's not like Chris said, it's not aesthetically pleasing. Like at least Rooney had something. Like with Rooney, you can see what sort of player he was.
Yeah.
Like Mo Salah, I don't think he has anything distinguishing.
Like he's not going to receive the ball on the back heel.
His left foot, his weak foot is weak. His weak foot is dead, but his left foot is mad.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what? And most of the time, we know what he's going to do as well. But still, for some reason, you can't stop him.
Yeah, but that's like Robin. Robin had no right foot. His right foot was non-existent.
Like one reason why like people always rank Ronaldo like so highly. Obviously, the goals is a mad thing, but also like you remember seeing a younger Ronaldo, even like a bit of an older Ronaldo. Sometimes like, he'd get the ball, he'd receive the ball, and he'd use his shoulder to like pop it back to someone, or like he had showmanship about him. Ronaldo had showmanship. He had showmanship, and goals. That's why like people love Ronaldo so much. Henry had showmanship and goals. Like most Salah ain't really got showmanship like that. Like let's be real.
I mean,
like I want to watch a goal, but I also want to watch some flair. Like if I just wanted to see goals, I'd just watch basketball. If I just wanted to see better goals,
have you never seen a Kyrie Irving game?
No.
Wow.
Like I'd watch basketball or something, but like
effortless.
But with like the way that like the Prem is in football, like you want to see your wingers do tricks. You want to see them do step overs, drag backs. You want to see them have some level of showmanship, especially your wingers. You really want to see your wingers have showmanship and dribble coldly on the ball.
Yeah, this is where the game has changed. Though. These are the conversations that we've had where the game has changed now. Like there's not a lot of. I don't know. Players look like trained to do
when
that.
When you've got a good coach who's in a system, who knows how to do the system, there's not much showmanship. Like with Barcelona, they don't have any they don't have any strategy. It's just
do you know what they used to have? Like they used to have a mixture of Barca, and that's why they were so enjoyable to watch. They had a nice setup. You knew they started to play, and they had players that had flair, that had individuality, value, and could turn the game on their head. And they had loads of individuals could do that.
But that was due to Pep, though. Remember, before Pep took control of that Barcelona team, remember they had they had Dino. It's so Dino. Ibrahimovic came over to Barcelona. He got rid of Ibrahimovic. Like those two alone, the flair them two alone had, it's crazy. He got rid of the two flary players there. Who else had a little bit of flair to them? Like he got rid of a couple man that they were entertainers.
How did you not score that, Havertz? How did you not score that, bro?
Like,
I'm sorry.
That's the issue. Like today's game. And I think that's one thing when we're talking about in the group chat and we're saying like players aren't the way they used to be. It's because we're not seeing as much like flair now than like what we were accustomed to back then.
Yeah.
Like even at one point where I think the Prem was at its weakest, like my thing is 2019-2020 season, I think the Prem was at its weakest in terms of entertainment. But when you look at some of the teams, we had Paul Pogba at Man United. You could still see him do a flick, a trick. Chelsea, I'm pretty sure by then they still had Eden Hazard. Or they may have lost Eden Hazard by then. But there were still players, even like Zaha. Like you could still see Zaha do a flick and a trick. Yeah. Whereas now, like players have less showmanship in the league now. Like it's just boring.
Yeah, man, I had to. You know what? I'll be real. Like last week, I had to go back and watch some old football, like old international games, bro. I was watching, some classic games, bro. Like in the World Cup.
You got those sort of games there. When
just to get a little taste of what I used to watch, bro.
You need to get excited now. Who played on Sunday? Who was it? Right, obviously you don't see nothing like the Liverpool game. There was nothing. There's no one that you think, something's gonna happen. He's gonna do a bit of magic. Yeah, it just doesn't happen. Like even United
even
game.
Rival clubs, you even mind watching rival teams now because they have let me watch this team because they got this player. He might do. You know what I mean? Like something exciting. I think not to a certain level. Like I watch Chelsea because I want to see what Palmer does. Like Palmer's got a little bit about him. He's got a flair about him. He's got that individual. He can turn the game on his head and he carried the Chelsea on his back last season, and that's what he's missing, man. Missing players like that. Like we used to have, teams used to have 2-3 of them, bro, in like each team.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't matter who you watched, but the game has changed, man. Like it's not really
changed. It's more robotic and less freedom. Like, and that's why I think watching Ollie's Man United was so refreshing because. Yeah. People can say what they want, that Ollie had no tactics, he had nothing, but the games were entertaining because United always looked like they were going to score. And when players were doing moments of individual brilliance, it was crazy entertaining. Like Rashford at a point under Ollie was crazy to watch. Like he was mad explosive. You see Rashford be just mad explosive on the ball. His ball striking, everything was entertained about Rashford at that point. Martial, the goal he scored against Watford where he just dinks it back. Puts it around himself and then dinks it over Ben Foster. Entertainment.
Yeah. Even Pogba when he's doing solo runs.
He was doing solo runs, like it was entertaining. That team was entertaining. It felt a little bit like the old Man United. Like there was time at uni, I was literally so bored, and I remember it was like 3 a.m, and I was scrolling through like Sky, and I came across like Sky Sports something, and they were showing like United 7-8 season. I was watching and I was like thinking, where is this in the league? You're seeing Tevez, Ronaldo, or I think Ronaldo, Rooney, Berbatov just linking up, doing flicks and tricks on the ball. Scholes doing a little flick and a trick. You can't really see that happen,
bro. So they're so pleasing to the eye, bro, man. That's what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Eye test, bro. That's all we had was to watch players that like this and just do it. We didn't care about their GA. Whatever, you know what I mean? You didn't care about all of that, really, bro. Like
you were seeing, Like, it was just
we just want to know who's going to get the golden boot at the end of the season. That was it. I didn't care about nothing else.
Nah,
I didn't care about your GA per 90 minutes.
And that's why I think stats is such a weird thing to watch, because I've always said with the argument of stats that stats doesn't really make sense to me, because remember that 1920 season, what is it? Jesse Lingard didn't score a goal throughout the whole season, didn't score a goal, didn't assist, nothing. The last game of the season, Jesse Lingard scores for Man United to make it 2-1 against Leicester, which sends Man United to the Champions League. Now, statistically, when you look at it, that's one goal for a 38-game season. That's terrible. It's terrible. But arguably, that was one of the most important goals scored in Man United's whole season.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm sure, I'm not sure how many people know this. But I'm sure Hazard went like 50 plus games without a goal as well at one point.
Like, but you could watch Hazard and see how entertaining he was. Like, you didn't even really care that he didn't score.
Like Balotelli as well. He was entertaining.
Exactly. Like,
why always me, blood? It was his celebration used to get me, bro. Why always me?
Like, there were certain players that they didn't score often, but when they scored, it was a crazy goal.
Yeah. But yeah, just go back to obviously about Hazard as well. Like I said, like as long as he didn't went without a goal for time, but he still was turning. You know what I mean? He still was doing everything else. The only thing he was, he just couldn't find the back of the net. He was still controlling the game. He was still doing tricks. He was still making runs. He was still very pleasing to the eye. Like, oh, bro, I missed that. I missed them type of players.
A non-Man United player I enjoy watching, other than Bukayo Saka, is Noni Madueke.
Yeah,
like Noni's
I liked watching him in the internationals. He was decent.
He's decent. Like he's direct, but he's entertaining and direct. Like, he's not just like Sterling. For me, I always struggle to watch Raheem Sterling because I just thought like this guy's just mad direct. He ain't got a step over in him. He ain't got a cute little.
At Liverpool, he did. At Liverpool, he had.
Liverpool, he was moving. He was crazy. Like,
I think even the Man City was still crazy at City as well, man.
No, but he wasn't entertaining to watch.
I see what Chris said. At Liverpool, when it's him, Suarez, and Sturridge, that was entertaining.
That was
right. He was young. He was raw then, innit? He was young. He was raw. He's still learning his craft, innit?
When he cut Pep Army, he was scoring. Don't get me wrong, he was scoring goals and assists, but it wasn't entertaining. It wasn't
fun to watch. Like, look at Rashford, 18-19 season, where Mourinho gets fired or whatever. Look at Rashford against Huddersfield, the little flip-flap on the right wing. Like, and I'm pretty sure he scores or he assists.
Yeah, he assists.
Things like that, like, you didn't really get with a Raheem Sterling. And that's what I say, like, with like that argument of Rashford and Saka, Saka's a great player, 100%. And he probably in 2 seasons will probably outdo some of the things Rashford's done. But the thing is about Rashford is goal catalogue, machine for machine goal catalogue. Rashford has the better goal catalogue. Rashford's goals have more replay value than a Bukayo Saka. Because Rashford is more entertaining. You could see that this guy really did play football as a child outside on the concrete. Rashford do things on the pitch that you're thinking.
So where was Saka playing, bro? On the sand?
You know what it is, Saka's just mad educated. Like, Saka's a very educated footballer. That's the problem with, I think, Saka. He's just very educated.
He's more cultured.
Like, he's a more cultured footballer. Like, the way that Saka plays, he doesn't need to run sometimes. Like, he knows he don't need to run sometimes. He just needs, he gets himself in the right position. And he's like Matoma, in my opinion. They're both educated wingers. Sometimes, in my opinion...
Look at Messi, though. Look at Messi. I didn't see Messi break a sprint or a sweat for about 10 years, bro.
Yeah, but that is that more like... If we go like Messi archetype, Ronaldo archetype, Saka's more in the Messi archetype. Rashford's more in the Ronaldo archetype. Like, if you break it down to Messi, Ronaldo's wingers, Saka's more for Messi, Rashford's more of a Ronaldo. You keep going down like those lanes of pace and power versus it's a bit different over there. And that's why I say that like players like that, they're not as entertaining as like a Ronaldo archetype. Like, they're just not. But in my opinion, personally, Saka is probably a better winger than Rashford, 100%. because you probably get more out of Saka than you do out of Rashford over a season.
Yeah.
Well, now anyway, but Rashford's more the entertaining winger to watch.
As we were talking about Arsenal and entertaining football and Saka, etc., let's move on to them quickly.
But Odegaard though, Odegaard and Rashford, Odegaard and Saka, sorry, with the flicks, the little back heels with each other, that little just back heel.
Yeah,
no, them two between
Arsenal we're missing. That's what we've been missing, man. It's mad, like how one player can have
just
such
come back and do that for you, lot. But that's what I was saying. I think I was saying it in the GC in the summer that I didn't understand why Arsenal didn't go and get another number 10. Like even a younger number 10, like even for somebody who's just like 20.
Yeah,
like, I mean, why?
I'm liking this young. He's a young kid, isn't it? Ethan Winery.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. He's looking. He's a
showing
player.
ability still.
Yeah. I'm hoping he gets a bit more play time, but give him a couple seasons. As long as he stays at Arsenal and we keep developing it, I reckon he'll be a starter for Arsenal. But yeah, and I think he's what type of player we've been crying out for. He's kind of like Odegaard, and he likes to drive. He likes to attack the ball. Yeah. He's very young, you know what I mean? Very raw still, but there's a decent little player there, man. And he got a goal as well, his first goal. I think he's the second youngest.
Yeah, he's like the second youngest to score, like, for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think Fabregas is our youngest player, but 17 years old or whatever, man, or 16 and whatever, in a few days or whatever. It's mad. I think he's like 9th in the youngest in the league or something like that. So yeah, man, props to Winery. I like him, man. Obviously, we bounced back after some losses as well, some poor form. Ode come back and we looking like the old Arsenal again, like we did last season. We're playing good football.
But you not got to keep him fit though. Like you don't really have to keep him fit. Like
no, you know,
we have a fully fit Arsenal team. Other than Ben White, I think we're all back now. They're back.
But the pressure is on you lot to make sure that guy stays fit. If he don't, that's Arsenal season gone. Like gone.
Unless does my screen look funny there?
No, you're good still. You're clear.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Nah, you know what? It's not. You can't even like. You just need a replacement at the end of the day. Not a replacement. You need an understudy or someone. A second player.
100%. I think you're spot on. That's exactly what we need. And I still think we need an out striker as well.
Yeah, but
called than Havertz, man. I like
Havertz. That's what you lot need.
What? Who would you go for though?
I like Isak. I like Alexander Isak. I think he's good. And I think where he's played with Odegaard before as well, I think that could benefit him.
Yeah, he didn't it? Sociedad days.
Yeah, Sociedad days as well. Yeah.
But I could see Osimhen kind of moving.
Yeah,
Osimhen's
another good. Osimhen's another good option as well.
I don't even know why he didn't. I don't know why he didn't go for him in the first place.
Especially because he's got problems with Napoli as well. So he's got problems with Napoli as well. So
he's got problems with Napoli. He's gone on loan to
Galatasaray.
Yeah, Galatasaray. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why we didn't go in for him. To be fair, hopefully we do in the summer. But yeah, I think we need an understudy for Odegaard. And an striker to be fair.
But this summer, Works' contract is up, so it could be a thing where you guys are in a position where if you finish second again, you can tell players now, like, look, we finished second 3 times. You could be the player to get us over the line. And I think more players will now be more inclined to move to Arsenal because they finished second 3 times. If they do, so if they can make it 3, you could be the player to get us over the line.
Yeah.
So that's what we're missing.
That's what we're missing. Arsenal are just last. You know what I mean? The final.
You're missing a bit of squad rotation.
Yeah, 100%. And again, it's down to Teta, bro. Like, he hasn't.
Not just any squad rotation, just like good rotation. Like they don't have to be a 10.
Yes.
They have to be a 10.
3-0 Arsenal. Come on, Man City. If you lot are watching, this is how you lot do it. This is how you lot do it.
This guy, man. But
Yeah,
Bro,
give it another
I'm sorry,
game,
innit?
yeah.
But listen,
Come
I'll
back
get it
on
in when I
here
can.
and say
I'll
that,
get it in
we're
when I
getting
can,
into
bro.
him.
Guess what? A corner, a Raz corner. Who's on the end of it? One defender. Take a guess.
Gabriel, I'm watching it.
Oh, Gabriel, yeah, come on. Comes out of
Terrible
nowhere.
team,
Boom. Come on. It's like getting a penalty, bro. We're back. Arsenal are back. Time to turn our season around now, man.
You
No
see
more.
how, like, this is what I mean about football, yeah. You can be having a terrible week, but your team could play and win, and that changes everything.
Hey, bro, listen, when we lose, yeah, listen, the shade came out, bro. I was in pain. You man cooked me for 45 minutes, bro, on the street. So I know it. Now I'm here and I'm you know, I'm in a shirt now, no shades on. I'm watching my team and we're, you know what I mean, doing bits.
But can we talk about the Wolves game though? Like the Wolves match against Fulham. Like,
yeah.
Wolves
Wait, Cunha. Let me talk about Cunha. Let's talk about Cunha quickly. I wasn't on my agenda, but yeah, he's decent player.
man.
Decent.
There's a player there still. Yeah. You know what it is, yeah? That Wolves team has a profile. Like they've got a decent profile there. Like the 11 makes sense.
They're just
in
like
terms of what they've got.
They're just a selling club.
Like they got Cunha.
They are. They're just a, what you call it, rotation, like a model catwalk for players, basically. Underrated players to come on.
Like they got Cunha there, who's making sense. They got Andre as well from Brazil. I'm pretty sure he was at like he wasn't at Palmeiras in Brazil, but like he was at a good team in Brazil before, and he was making sense over there. Like they've built themselves a nice little team there. Like I like that they've actually built themselves like a nice little team. So in my opinion, like Wolves, like I could see them escaping relegation. You know.
Boy, listen, we're still early on in the league, isn't it? Still early on in the season, bro. It's like Christmas. Still turn it around. Like I still feel like City can still turn their season around as much as they're in the mud right now. United, you lot, I think you guys should turn your season around. I reckon you guys can finish at least.
It's more difficult for United. United have to do maths.
I see you lot finishing at least eighth. You showed some good signs, man. Like, you know what I mean? Hopefully,
eighth is nice, but I think United. If I'm being a positive Man United fan, I'd say I could see United finishing 7th or 6th.
If I'm going to be a realistic Man United fan, I can't see us finishing above 10th.
But in order for Man United to finish like that high at the moment, like
I love it. I really love it.
It's difficult because United have to do maths. Like we've got to start now doing the maths before we can really approach certain games. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like in order for United to finish 6th or 7th, we have to put out the strongest team possible every game. Every game has to be the strongest team possible.
We don't have to.
And I
don't even know what our strongest team is, to be fair.
I think strongest team is Onana. I think so. Onana, Euro, De Ligt, and probably Martinez back 3. You probably for wing backs, you're obviously gonna go Luke Shaw. You're probably gonna say Luke Shaw. You're gonna say like Dalot or Mazraoui right wing back. So we're blessed to have 2 quality right wing backs. In the middle 2, I'd probably say, I think Bruno Fernandes and Manu Ugarte. It makes more sense for me as
he can't tackle.
No, he can't. Bruno can't tackle, but like
he can't tackle. He doesn't really. He sort of tracks back.
He's a workhorse though. Like one thing about Bruno is he has output though.
Yeah.
So I think that's why you kind of put him there because he's got a little bit of output to him. I think wingers or like the inside forwards, whatever we call them, I think for me, I put Garnacho on the bench and Garnacho comes off the bench to affect games. But for me, he can't start matches. No. So then you put Rashford, you put someone like a Rashford and Amad Diallo, in my opinion, them 2 are wingers. It makes more sense.
Yeah.
And then you put a Højlund up front. Like a Joshua Zirkzee, like I think he needs more time in the league.
Send him back.
Send him a refund.
He needs to go on loan somewhere like he needs to go somewhere like Championship.
Champ, that's harsh, you know. Champ.
Yeah, but that's a tough league. He needs to understand.
But I think the problem with United is we don't really make I think the issue is we don't make enough chances for the strikers. So whenever they do have the chances and they miss the chances, it's like we're more angry. We're like, how did you miss that? Like, oh, you're so shit. But the problem is we don't create enough. So when they do get the chance, to us, it looks like you're taking a piss. But for them, it's like they took what they got. Like United created how many chances for Rashford on Sunday? Like there wasn't enough chances for Rashford.
No.
And that's my issue I felt with Eric Ten Hag was his teams never created enough chances for the strikers. So in my opinion, I think Anarim's toughest situation is how do you get this team to start creating more chances for strikers? Because he can go bring in Coquerez from Sporting Lisbon. But even if he was Tanan tomorrow, how would you create enough chances for the guy to score? United don't do enough of that. And that's why we end up losing games. In my opinion, yes, the defense is a bit weird. Yes, other oppositions can run through our midfield like no one's there. But up front, it's a problem because the team is not cohesive enough to allow strikers to score. In my opinion, you don't start a Garnacho if you want your striker to score. You start an Amad Diallo and you start a Rashford. Rashford is more mature in his game than Garnacho. And yes, Rashford isn't like a Bukayo Saka. But Rashford, at least from time to time, will pass the striker the ball. Amad Diallo is a chance creation machine off the wing.
Yeah.
Garnacho, in my opinion, literally on 2 occasions stopped Man United from winning that game against Ipswich. So you can't start a Garnacho. He has to come off the bench, and I don't even trust him to come off the bench and to do something. So in my opinion, if you don't start a Rashford, start a Mason Mount. Because that's a midfielder, a number 10 who's on the wing, who should be supplying the ball for the striker. So I think that's the way.
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount over Garnacho any day of the week at the moment. Any day of the week, I'd take a Mason Mount on the wing over Garnacho. Yes, Garnacho's fast and he can get to the opposition box quickly. But what's the point of getting to the opposition box quickly if you're not going to pick right in the final third?
Yeah, true that.
It don't make sense. This is why I think United have to really be looking for another left winger too. Or we need to look back into the academy and find someone in more of the profile of a Saka who can play the left wing. And if there's someone there, they probably should start getting a chance.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro.
Garnacho's raw and fast. That's literally all he is, raw and fast. His goals are nice, when he does score, but the boy is just raw and fast. That's literally it. He needs refinement to his game. And who's the coach at Man United who can do that for him?
Yeah.
Do we have that? Because I think we were saying it in the GC a couple days ago that, when did Man United start falling? And in my opinion, United started falling when we didn't... Okay, we knew we were falling at a point. But why was nobody ringing older players and saying, Neville, can you come in and teach? Or take a crossing practice with the fullbacks? Why was no one saying that? Why was no one asking all these ex-players that were saying are the best in the league or the best to ever play in the league? Why was no one asking them to come back and give out certain lessons?
True that.
What midfielder in the current team can say they're a better passer of the ball than Paul Scholes? None of them can say that. Who could say that they were a better striker or winger than Wayne Rooney? None of them.
Scholes, man,
Even
Rooney.
Owen Hargreaves playing as a number 6. Jeez. Which one of the, other than Casemiro, who else in that team can say, I'm a better number 6 than Owen Hargreaves? Rio, Vidic. I'm pretty sure if the club called them and said, come and give even just take a training session defending, they'd be happy to do it. Those little things and those little gems could go a long way in helping the team develop more. Just little things like that, man. But I feel like that's where United started falling, when United weren't trying to call for other people to come in and try and innovate a little bit.
Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. All right, listen, lads. Gonna have to cut it here. 45 minutes into the stream. I'm gonna go and watch the second half of the game.
This guy's so desperate to watch his team win the game, man.
Listen, bro, listen, Champions League, it don't come. We don't get wins away from home often, innit? So let me get and enjoy it, man. Let me live, man. But yeah, man, listen, big up yourselves for coming on. Next week, I'm gonna try and do a watch along. Delvin, let me know if you're around or not. But
yeah.
Arsenal United game next week, Wednesday, I believe. We'll double check it.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Watch us get beat up.
I want to watch
beat up.
I want to watch you, man. Watch your team get beat up, basically.
Absolutely moved.
Bro, I might be at the Emirates watching us get beat up.
Yeah, if you're there, even better. But yeah, if you want, obviously, let me know either way in it. But yeah, if not, we'll do a pod on Monday anyway. But guys, yeah, big up yourself. Thanks for coming on. Make sure everyone's liking, commenting, and subscribing when they do get around to watching this. I've been Mr. Brown. This has been Stay on Your Feet. They've been my guest. Guys, any last messages before we log out?
No.
Sorry, guys. Please, yeah, I'm there. Cool.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Guys, please keep watching us. Like, keep watching us because I think we're the best out there. We're more authentic than your double F guys. Yeah, you're more authentic than the double F guys. We're more authentic than.
We're consistent, innit? We're consistent. That's what we can say. That we're here every
I
week.
may even dare say that even some of the people in proximity to us, we could be better than. But I'm gonna keep that for a different day.
Like. Hey, listen, you're gonna get us.
You are to get beat up.
Trust me.
A young subliminal with that, like, but yeah, guys.
Yeah, man. Listen,
you've been stirring your feet.
It's been a good one. Until next week, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Mr. Brown. Stay on your feet. In a bit. See you later, guys. Peace out.
Peace.
But yeah, that little subliminal there.